Hey there, thanks for joining us at the Rabbit Hole of Research, where you'll learn a few facts that you can impress your friends with at a party. Hey, welcome back to the Rabbit Hole of Research, down here in the basement studio with the mini episode 46 Slashers. Yes, we're back. We're not on the road. Only two of us are down in the studio, though. You got me, Joe.
You got Nick.
We've got Nick, who is calling in
from a dark alley.
From a dark alley being stalked.
Listen, after our Ouija board, incident.
And we have Georgia.
Hi.
Yeah, here we are. The band's back together. So, what you guys think of that episode?
Oh, so much fun.
Slashers. Yeah, no, it was a good time. Good guess.
It was good to see Melissa again.
Yep.
And
Jesse and Alana. Yeah.
First time guests that were a lot of fun.
Yeah, I thought it was good. A nice tradition.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Hiking up to Avondale. At Reed's Local, they have a lot of stuff going on in October. So if you're local or you're passing through Chicago in the month of October, I would check it out. They had a lot of cool events.
And
in the show
even
notes.
If nothing's going on, it's a cool place to
It is a cool place to go in.
They have a Halloween pinball.
They have the Halloween pinball game. I think the only one in Chicagoland. Melissa said. So check them out. And then right around the corner is our friends at Horror House. So
right. And the really cool
out.
coffee shop there. What is it called? The Brood?
The Brood. Yeah, we're just getting
I think that's what they're called.
Yep. A couple other fun places up there also, but they weren't featured on the Rabbit Hole of Research. They have to.
So you're not going to shout them out?
I'm not going to shout them out. No, you got to earn it. Yeah, it was a good episode. There's a couple things I had just to talk about, and then there was some listener comments. One, there was a comment made in the episode. I think it was Jesse or Alana that there's more serial killers now than there were in the heyday of the golden age, the 60s, 70s, 80s. And even on the episode, I was a little skeptical, and with the surveillance and things like that caught me a little off guard, but I looked it up some more. And actually, it's the opposite, that the number of active serial killers peaking in the late 1980s. And now we have better forensics, DNA analysis, increased surveillance, law enforcement cooperation. And so you just have this kind of environment where it's harder for a serial killer to make it to a high body count. With that said, I think it was also mentioned that there was a serial killer in Chicago recently, and that was true. It was in 2020, there was a serial killer who was actually apprehended and is in custody now, Antonio Reyes, and he was charged in connection with 6 Southwest Side murders in 2020.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, so
during the pandemic.
Yeah, so that was yeah. So I think you have them, but
that's the one that was killing people that were leaving bars.
I don't know what the circumstance. I'll put the link.
Was?
Yeah, I'll have a link. I got a link to the ABC story.
If not, then I'm pretty sure that there's still one on the loose in Chicago.
You're just you just have that feeling, or you read that somewhere, or what are you basing that on?
Things I've heard on the Chicago Instagrams area that, I'm pretty sure that there might be another one out there.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to do some
investigating.
investigating.
This one doesn't look like it was bars in particular. They have all locations and dates. And it's interesting because you think of serial killer, but if you just kill more than a couple people, then you become a serial killer. But yeah, I thought those two things were interesting in there and looking those up. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. I'll put some links to some of the serial killer statistics and then the other Chicago serial killer. But yeah.
So basically you're saying it's harder to be a serial killer in these days. As in killing multiple people before you're caught. Like now you get caught and you don't have as many kills under your belt.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's exactly
basically
right.
what you're saying.
Pretty sure they would have to become like a ghost in the sense of being off cameras and everything and knowing where they are.
I think you would really have to. Yeah, because even identifying, because you think back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, those serial killers, they barely had pictures. It was like some rough sketch. This is what they look like. Now I think you would have
Of
images.
course,
Right?
what's his name? Was it Ted Bundy?
Yeah.
Was on the dating.
Was on a date, right?
The
So they
dating
had.
show.
So they
The
did.
dating game on
But
TV.
that's the thing. If he was on a dating game now, and then went and was killing people, I'm sure there'll be a ring camera. I mentioned on the episode, we somewhat live in a surveillance state, so there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I think like on
the
social
cameras.
media, they'll have a video of somebody
Right.
doing some horrible thing, not a killing, but like saying some racial slur or like just doing horrible things. And the next thing you know, like it's not even a matter of days, it's just a matter of hours. They know the person, they know where they work, they know, you know what I mean? It takes no time to identify people.
Yeah, I saw this video on Instagram about Jason Takes Manhattan, and it was a scene with the Jason's chasing this couple through the subway, and all the people are just sitting there not doing anything, like they're just hanging out. This is like 1989 when this movie came out. They're just watching them
So
chase.
that's a scene in the movie.
That's a scene in a movie,
Yeah.
and I think nowadays people be recording that.
Well,
and,
everybody would have their
cell
phone
phones
out.
right? So we would get a good look at Jason, like we would know.
True.
I thought it was funny, but yeah, no, cool. So we had some. Alex wrote one comment. Did you have something else, Georgia? Before I get to
Oh no, that's okay.
Nick, did you have something? Anything?
No.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to go on about the comment.
Yeah. So there was a couple things Alex had asked about Halloween, and we talked about Halloween in the episode and where you should start in that series.
And I think it's interesting because it sounds like not just Halloween, but in horror, scary movies. So that's hard because.
Well, I would start with Halloween one.
Yeah.
Like in the series of Halloween, I think that was the question.
No question.
Yeah.
Number one. And I think even if you don't typically like horror movies, I don't think it's
over the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one to start with.
It's not. But, and it's weird because I used to not really watch a lot of horror movies, but I do like them a lot more. But I still can't watch like really gory torture, scenes and stuff.
Personally, I think for someone starting off in horror, I would honestly say Cabin in the Woods. It hits a lot of the tropes, and it's funny and scary at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic film all around.
Yeah, I think I really get into more dark, disturbing as far as like psychological.
Yeah.
And then I think, why do I watch these? Because then those are the ones that really haunt you for a long time after.
You think about
why
them.
did I watch that? But
yeah, you see yourself in those situations. We were talking about that and how you would get out, how you would behave in this kind of hyper realistic experience. So he also asked if we like Prey in the Predator series. We talked about Predator being a slasher. And yeah, I love Prey. I thought that was a really good entry.
What do you think? That's a slasher film?
I do. I think Predator it fits the slasher. He stalks. He has bladed weapons. There is a psychological element, the kind of intimate killing, the trophy even. So I think you hit all the tropes. Like I said, I think Prey, there were 7 main films, 2 crossovers. I think it was one of the tops. And, we joked about it, but if we say the Predator is a slasher, would that make Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover a final boy?
No, we still label them final girl.
They're still final girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Predator is really, it's not a horror, but it fits in to that. You can make it fit. Then the other thing is Us by Jordan Peele, a slasher. And I didn't see that one, but
I was trying to remember if I had seen that.
I don't think it is a slasher.
Yeah, there was no stalking really. That was the one where the alternative family showed up.
They look like a doppelganger.
Right. Yep, exactly. Yep. So I think the stalking
Well, I don't know,
element
was there
kind of
slashing involved?
There's no stalking though. I think stalking was
okay, so you can have some slashing.
Yeah, you can
and not be a slasher film.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of movies where people get killed with knives and they don't become a slasher film.
You're right.
Or a pitchfork or whatever other weapon.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it. So I think at least my read, those were the kind of comments, questions, pointing people in the right direction. So.
Right.
So what media have you guys been consuming lately?
Watching Only Murders.
We're
going through that one.
Yeah. And on that same vein, Joe doesn't watch these with me, but Masterpiece Theater. Because I love
What is
people.
this?
I love PBS and Masterpiece Theater.
Yeah.
And there's a new Masterpiece series. And I don't even know if I can pronounce the name. It's French. And it's a detective story. And it's really good. But it only has 8 episodes. And I've already finished it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm still reading The End of the World as We Know It.
So it hasn't ended yet.
Stories set in the world of Stephen King's The Stand. So still making my way. Yeah, it's a lot of stories. It's a thick tome.
It is a big book.
I'm probably about halfway through, yeah. I think it was like 30 authors or something like that. So yeah, and it covers before, during, and after the pandemic apocalypse that was in The Stand. So
now, how is it reading that and it's that many short stories that are in the same universe? Do they feel very disjointed or connected in some way? Or
I think you have a wider breadth of story and from different perspectives, different cultural perspectives. Like one was set in Puerto Rico, one is set in a zoo, small towns, big cities, and they tether into the main storyline so that they all have a little thread that lets you know that you're in that universe, because that's important. Because there's going to be, you're now in a pandemic situation. You wouldn't necessarily know it's The Stand, so they got to thread it in a little bit. Captain Trips and use some of the kind of lingo from there, and even some of the characters. You had the song
but not
Larry
in
Underwood.
Every short story, or is there stuff? Do you think that was a requirement in every story to have some reference to?
I think that could have been a requirement easily, like tether it in somewhere. But really good, worth a read. They're all really good short stories so far. So.
Very cool.
Yep. How about yourself?
I think we finished up the Peacemaker series last week. And that was really good. Except that it's over. Yeah, I think we just watched Bullet Train last night, and that was good. I know that was a couple years back, but we enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that. I know what you're talking about.
I'd recommend it. It was fun.
Cool.
A lot was going on. But yeah, I think that's about all we've been really watching lately.
I'm super excited about Frankenstein, which I guess is a very...
We thought that was coming out this past weekend.
I know. And then I look and it's like limited release. And I think it's one theater maybe in the 100-mile radius or something. Yeah, it's not
stupid.
So we have to wait for November 7th, I think, is when it's coming to Netflix.
Yeah, I was upset by that.
That's a wrap. Next episode, 47. We're going to be talking about Who Goes There? The Thing in the Shape of Paranoia. So that one's going to be fun.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. So we have Todd Thyberg and Bill Hallier as guests on there talking about The Thing.
Another great episode.
Yeah, it should
for
be
the
fun.
Halloween series.
That's right. Finish out.
I wonder, has Alex seen The Thing?
One. That's a good
horror
one to start at. Not a slasher,
Alex,
though.
you need to watch it.
Yeah. The Thing isn't a slasher, but it is you should watch it.
It's not a slasher, but I, put it in horror.
Get it watched before the episode, maybe.
Wouldn't you put that in horror, though?
Yeah. It's a psychological horror.
Yeah.
I got it.
See?
Similar to us, probably in that same psychological identity vein.
Right.
Yeah. All right. You got me, Joe.
You got Nick.
Got Nick.
And Georgia.
We got Georgia.
And we went down.
Mini slasher holes.
Ow.
Love y'all. Stay curious. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.